Hello Gemini, welcome to your monthly reading for January. These are general readings, so they may not resonate with all of you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it does resonate, feel free to leave a comment down below, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It is greatly appreciated. But let's dive into it. At the end of the reading, I'll pull a card from the Rooted Woman Oracle deck for you, so stick around for that. Alrighty, what is going on with Gemini in the month of January, please? Okay. This is you. This is what crosses you or your challenge for January. Your conscious energy, your unconscious energy, your past, your future, your attitude towards a situation, the energy that surrounds you and you may not be aware of, hopes and fears, and the possible outcome of the situation. Okay, so just a quick overview before we get into the clarifications. To start it off, your energy for January, Gemini, you get the Chariot. So feeling very determined, very driven, ambitious towards some sort of goal that you have, ready to get things moving in the new year. For what's crossing you or your challenge, you get the Ten of Wands. So feels like this, you have to put a lot of work in. There's a lot of time and energy that you have to devote towards this goal to get something moving. It kind of feels like you may be on the verge of kind of a burnout, but we'll clarify. For your conscious energy, you get to the Nine of Cups, so that's great. Emotional fulfillment, happiness, wishes coming true. What's interesting, though, is in your unconscious energy, you get the Eight of Cups. So it feels like consciously you think you're like super in tune with your emotions, but unconsciously you're kind of really disconnected from them. Or this could just be you kind of not realizing that you are kind of emotionally walking away from something, emotionally detaching from something or somebody. In your past, you get the Star card, so filled with a lot of inspiration, a lot of hope in the past. Feels like something really inspired you there. For your future energy, you get to the Empress card. So this is a very motherly energy, very empathetic, very kind, taking care of yourself and the people around you. This is kind of like the mother card of the tarot deck. For your attitude towards the situation, you get the Ace of Swords. So really trying to come at things from a perspective of mental clarity, wanting to view things, kind of trying to get some insight into your situation, not wanting to, draw conclusions, wanting to stick to the facts of whatever it is that you're tackling in January. For your energy that surrounds you and may not be aware of, you get the Ten of Pentacles, so that's great energy. That's a whole bunch of abundance, financial security. If it's not financial security, this also has to do with kind of a strong sense of community around you, people that you can count on and rely on, people that you can get together with, and people that make you feel good. For your hopes and fears, you get the Two of Wands. So making plans to kind of get out of your comfort zone, ready to explore new horizons. Maybe you're afraid of making these plans and not following through with them, or them not turning out exactly as you had hoped. For the possible outcome of the situation, you get to the Four of Swords. So it seems like since you get the Ten of Wands, what's crossing you after all this work and time and energy that you're putting into something, and kind of realizing that you need to take a break, take a breather, rejuvenate yourself, and this may help you gain some more insight, more clarity into your situation. But let's clarify. We'll start off with the Chariot for your energy for January. Why is the Chariot here for Gemini? Alrighty, for the Chariot, you get the Judgment card, the Five of Cups, the Nine of Cups. Interesting. Yeah, so with the Five of Cups and the Nine of Cups there, it's kind of similar to the Nine of Cups in your conscious energy, Eight of Cups in your unconscious energy. Feels like you're wanting to kind of move past this, this feeling of grief and realizing how you got to this place of where you are, kind of having this awakening of some sort of the actions that have led to the consequences of where you are now. And wanting to move past that, wanting to take actions now that will lead to more emotional fulfillment for you, because it feels like possibly the actions that you've taken in the past have led to kind of disappointment, loss, grief, sadness. So you're trying to move past that, but it seems like it's kind of really difficult for you. Yeah, it's interesting. Let's clarify the Ten of Wands for what's crossing you. Why is the Ten of Wands here for Gemini? For the Ten of Wands, you get the Empress, the Hierophant, the Fool. Yeah, 3 major arcana cards, okay. Kind of feels like you want to uphold some sort of tradition, some traditional path, at the same time kind of keeping that free-spirited energy. Maybe you're trying to create your own tradition, your own path, that other people can follow suit. If I feel like you kind of want to inspire people to, view this thing that you're doing as something that can be like a tried and true path, if it's not at the moment. But it seems like there's just kind of this heavy burden on you at the same time. Maybe you feel some sort of responsibility to somebody, to take care of them, to kind of be their mentor or their guide in some sort of a way, to kind of lead them down the right path, if that's what it is, because Hierophant can be like a mentorship kind of, or if somebody's doing that for you, if somebody's showing up as kind of a mentor for you, because it seems like there's somebody there's the Fool and there's the Hierophant. So it seems like there's somebody who is kind of just starting off brand new, a little innocent, a little naive, and then there's somebody who's like kind of really wise, somebody who's really nurturing, really kind, and you're kind of trying to lead them in the right direction, give them good advice, but at the same time it feels like a lot, feels like it may be at times draining you. Let's clarify the Nine of Cups for your conscious energy. Okay, for the Nine of Cups, you get the Hermit, the Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands. Yeah. So, I think it's just the fact that you're searching for that emotional fulfillment, for that satisfaction, for you're aiming towards that, your dreams coming true. Because it seems like you don't have that at the moment. Feels like you're doing a lot of inner work, a lot of introspection, trying to figure out why it is that you have this fear of loss, fear of abandonment, a fear or a feeling of lack, and you're kind of analyzing and going through the motions of analyzing all of the obstacles, all of the hurdles that you've had to overcome your entire life, realizing the resilience that you've built because of that, but also introspecting on the consequences of having to overcome those hurdles, having to overcome hardship, if that's left kind of an impact on you to where you do have that little bit of a wound still of a fear of hardship, a fear of that loss, and just kind of introspecting on that. Let's clarify the Eight of Cups for your unconscious energy. So interesting. For the Eight of Cups, you get the Ten of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, the Four of Wands. Okay. So strange. Because this feels like you're unconsciously walking away from something that seems like it's really good for you. Some plans that you've made, some commitments that you've made, that you're kind of just emotionally detaching from. Feels like there's like some like celebrations, family gatherings going on, or that are in like upcoming, but you're like not really that excited for them for some reason. I feel like you are telling yourself that you are, and kind of making it seem like you are, but on the inside you're kind of like, don't really care. Or it's not like bringing any happiness for you when it feels like it should, and you know it should. Let's clarify the Star card for your past. Okay. For the Star, you get the Ten of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. It almost feels like your aspirations or your hopes or dreams are the thing that kind of weigh you down, or like make you feel burdensome almost. Thinking about the amount, or in the past at least, thinking about the amount of time and energy that you'll have to put into that thing in order for it to become a reality. And so you may just constantly kind of get stuck in your own head thinking about it, and thinking about the outcome that you want, and avoiding doing the actual work of attaining that goal, of actually reaching that goal. Let's clarify the Empress. For your future energy. Okay. For the Empress, you get the Ace of Wands, the Temperance card, the Page of Wands. So that's a lot of fire energy there. Feels like you're getting excited for something again in the future. Something that's making you feel like really passionate, ready to get things moving. But at the same time, kind of being aware of your tendencies of the past, of thinking about something, getting really passionate about it, and then not, following through with it, or kind of going halfway through and then, not doing it. So recognizing that, trying to temperance that out, doing things in moderation, not overworking to the point where you kind of give up, kind of recognizing that tendency that you have to go full throttle, and then after you've pushed it past your limit, kind of just stopping, if that makes sense. Let's clarify the Ace of Swords. Why is the Ace of Swords here for Gemini's attitude towards a situation? For the Ace of Swords, you get the World card, the Six of Pentacles, the Devil. Alright, so I think, yeah, this is you kind of gaining some clarity on the maybe bad habits that you have, toxic tendencies, maybe toxic relationships as well. I feel like there was maybe a cycle of kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Codependence, of relying on people a lot to make you feel good instead of finding that within yourself. So it feels like you're coming to that realization and ending that cycle, finding that comfort within instead of outside of yourself. Let's clarify the Ten of Pentacles for the energy that surrounds you and you may not be aware of. For the Ten of Pentacles, you get the Three of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Page of Pentacles. Okay. Feels like you're learning a lot from somebody that you're kind of not even aware of it. I feel like somebody is low-key guiding you, but not in a way that makes it very obvious. That's why it's like showing up here as well. Feels like you have such a strong support system around you. There's a collaboration going on. Again, Wise Woman, Page of Pentacles. So somebody learning from somebody a little bit more, who has a little bit more experience, a little bit more knowledge than you may have, or vice versa. Take it as it resonates. If you're the person guiding somebody else, bestowing your knowledge and your experience onto them. But it feels like it's happening kind of in a way that doesn't make it seem like that, if that makes sense. Let's clarify the Two of Wands for your hopes and fears. For the Two of Wands, you get the Nine of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the Queen of Swords. Okay. So that's great. So there's, here in your hopes and fears, there's a lot of importance placed on financial stability, on financial abundance, not even just stability, wanting to have enough to freely give to others, to, spend luxuriously on yourself, and trying to keep that bigger picture in mind as you make these plans. But again, thinking logically and remembering the cycles that you've repeated in the past and not wanting that to interfere with going through with the plans. But fearing that you may revert back to those tendencies. But again, trying to be very logical, analytical, especially with yourself during this time. Trying to be extremely honest with yourself about the work that you're going to have to do in order to reach these goals or go through with these plans that you have. Let's clarify the Four of Swords for the possible outcome. Interesting. Okay. For the Four of Swords, you get the Seven of Swords, the Lovers, the Knight of Pentacles. Interesting, because there wasn't very much, not a whole lot of, relationship popping up, but maybe this is what you're learning from is that relationship, or what you learned from that relationship, or that person, low-key. It seems like you're healing from that. You're finally showing me that you're healing from some sort of relationship, slowly but surely. from somebody who's a little bit deceptive towards you. It feels like you're making steady progress towards kind of finding yourself again after that. This could also be maybe self-deceptive energy of thinking that you're moving on from something or somebody or relationship, but low-key still, I've said low-key a lot this video, but low-key still kind of having feelings for them maybe. But also being aware that it is okay if you still love that person. It takes a slow approach towards healing, towards getting over somebody that you really had a lot of feelings for, and somebody who may have played a little bit of mind games with you with the Seven of Swords here, kind of had a little bit of trickery there with you, making you maybe think that the relationship was something that it wasn't, which is interesting. Let's get a card from the Rooted Woman Oracle deck for you. What do the Rooted Woman want Gemini to know in January? Reclaiming the feminine. Read a little bit from here for you. Yes. Okay. A core task in a woman's journey through life is to discover and then integrate the feminine principle which has been repressed over countless centuries. It's an antidote to the masculine principle whose qualities have dominated our culture discourse here in the West for far too long. We need the feminine to balance out that dogged drive for success and progress and devotion to intellectual, rational, and goal. Okay, I'm going to start that over. We need the feminine to balance out the dogged drive for success and progress and devotion to intellectual, rational, and goal-oriented traits. Feminine qualities of relatedness enable us to appreciate and live in harmony with other humans, as well as the other than humans who share the planet with us. They enable us to appreciate the rhythms of the natural world, as well as the rhythms of our physical body and the cycles and seasons of our lives. These qualities of the feminine principle also include the instinctive, feeling qualities traditionally associated with the heart and soul. This card invites us to delve deep to uncover our inner source of feminine wisdom and to embrace our own unique creativity and life-giving qualities in the spirit of both our own growth and our service to the world. Interesting. Okay. So maybe that's kind of like the journey that you're on with whatever kind of, again, something or somebody that you're learning a lot from. Kind of maybe reclaiming that feminine energy, bringing that into your current situation, being a little bit more creative, but also trying to balance it out with your natural, intellectual, logical side. But that is all I have for you for the month of January, Gemini. I really hope this helped, and have a wonderful rest of your day.